Sara. You didn't just, go to sleep last night and wake up 9 months pregnant.
It's pretty great. I am so effed.
God. I'll be right back.
I need you to look. I hate you.
Whoa, okay, that was way more butthole than I was expecting. What the hell?
I think that was a contraction.
She didn't tell me she was in labor. How far apart are the contractions?
Ew. No. Can't she do it?
There's nothing down here I haven't seen before.
This is why you use a condom. Oh, this is so not why you use a condom.
The film opens with Sara, a high school student preoccupied with social status, engaging in a conversation with her friends about an upcoming party during biology class. Since ending her friendship with her childhood best friend, Haley, Sara has sought acceptance among different social groups, struggling to fit in. Her relationship with her mother is strained, as her mother expresses concern over Sara's behavior, which Sara often dismisses. In class, Sara attempts to humiliate Haley by mocking her questions. Meanwhile, Sara's boyfriend, Skylar, returns from a trip to Mexico. When she attempts to connect with him through humor, he responds coldly, indicating that he has changed. This reaction distresses Sara, prompting her to visit his home at night, where they engage in a sexual encounter that leaves Skylar exhibiting unusual behavior. The following day, Sara arrives at school feeling confident and attracts the attention of her peers. However, her moment of triumph is abruptly shattered when she vomits just as she is about to kiss Skylar. Haley, who has not spoken to Sara for some time, approaches her to check on her well-being, but Sara feigns composure in front of her friends. Later that evening, Sara takes a pregnancy test that yields a negative result, providing her with temporary relief before she goes to bed. However, the next morning, she discovers that she is indeed pregnant and visibly shows signs of being near term. In a panic to keep this news from her mother, she escapes through the window. Desperate for support, Sara attempts to reach out to Kiana, who is preoccupied with school gossip and unable to listen. With few options left, Sara visits Haley, who is initially displeased that Sara seeks her help after a long period of silence since their sophomore year. After reflecting on their past friendship, Haley agrees to assist Sara, who is also alarmed by the news of her pregnancy. Despite Haley's suggestion to contact Skylar, Sara insists that he is not the father. Consequently, Haley proposes a discreet solution that avoids involving anyone else. The two friends go to a free clinic, where Sara begins filling out paperwork. During this time, Haley repeatedly inquires about the baby's father, guessing names from their school. However, Sara remains tight-lipped until her reactions reveal that Skylar is indeed the father. Once inside the examination room, Sara speaks with a nurse who expresses skepticism about the possibility of Sara becoming pregnant so quickly. The nurse then performs an ultrasound to investigate further. A peculiar image appeared on the ultrasound screen, prompting a startled reaction from the nurse. Shortly thereafter, Sara began experiencing severe contractions, leading the nurse to urgently call for a gynecologist to assist with the delivery. In an unexpected turn of events, Sara gave birth to an extraterrestrial being, which immediately attacked and killed the gynecologist in a violent manner. The creature then proceeded to wreak havoc in the room, causing destruction before stinging the nurse on the back of her neck, thereby taking control of her. This alarming situation caused panic for both Haley and Sara, but they managed to escape after using a defibrillator to incapacitate the nurse. The aliens subsequently attacked and eliminated everyone present. In a further twist, Sara remained pregnant, presumably with another alien. Both Haley and Sara were understandably distressed when they noticed movement within Sara's abdomen. Haley suggested contacting the authorities, but Sara was reluctant to involve anyone else. Instead, they decided to return home in an attempt to facilitate Sara's delivery on the kitchen counter, aiming to use a Vitamix for assistance. Unfortunately, this plan proved unsuccessful as Sara was unable to give birth despite her efforts. Complicating matters, Sara's mother returned home unexpectedly. Haley skillfully distracted her while Sara concealed herself behind the counter until her mother departed. Once Sara's mother left, Haley proposed another solution, visiting Dave, an eccentric individual with experience in assisting animals during childbirth. Meanwhile, Officer Ruiz, a police officer on duty that day, arrived at the clinic to witness the aftermath of the chaos. Alarmed by the scene, he called for an ambulance and a coroner. As Haley drove her parents' car to meet Dave, she expressed her concerns about the first alien they had left at the clinic and its potential threat to others. Unbeknownst to them, the first alien had taken control of a religious abortion protester they had encountered earlier and was now following closely behind. The alien narrowly missed them while attempting to leap into their vehicle, allowing them to escape. Meanwhile, Officer Ruiz discovered the form that Sara had filled out and began to suspect her involvement in the incident, given that she was the last person at the clinic. Upon meeting Dave in his trailer, they recounted their harrowing experience. He listened intently and speculated about what might be growing inside Sara's belly, also inquiring about any unusual behavior from Skylar. Frustrated by the ongoing conjecture, Sara demanded that Dave proceed with removing whatever was inside her. At that moment, Skylar called Sara and invited her to come over. He is experiencing an overwhelming desire to engage in a sexual relationship with Sara. In response, Sara expresses her discomfort and abruptly ends the conversation. Concerned about Skylar's behavior, she opts not to disclose any information to him. Conversely, Haley confronts Skylar regarding Sara's decision to keep her pregnancy a secret, despite the circumstances surrounding them. Meanwhile, Dave prepares to perform a procedure. He positions Sara in front of a machine that administers a uterotonic drug into her abdomen via a large syringe to induce contractions and initiate labor. However, the injection yields no results. Sara insists on a second attempt, but before Dave can inject her again, Officer Ruiz arrives at Dave's residence and apprehends everyone present. He tracked Haley's parents' vehicle using its license plate number. Upon receiving a call from the police station, Sara's mother learns of her daughter's pregnancy and promptly arrives at the station, where she reprimands Sara for becoming pregnant at such a young age. Sara counters by noting that her mother was also the same age when she became pregnant, leading to further disputes. Officer Ruiz, suspecting that Sara fabricated the alien story out of shame, takes Sara's mother aside to encourage her to support her teenage daughter. Following this conversation, Sara's mother apologizes and attempts to communicate with her daughter, although skepticism regarding Sara's narrative remains. Meanwhile, the first alien has tracked Sara to the police station and possesses Officer Ruiz's partner, creating chaos among the officers present. Armed personnel begin firing at Ruiz's partner, resulting in his death. The alien then attacks others, moving swiftly from one individual to another. In the ensuing panic, Sara, Haley, and Sara's mother flee to the back of the station, where they encounter Dave, who is confined in a cell. The three women recount their experiences once more, and Dave theorizes that the first alien may be communicating with the one inside Sara. He also notes that the uterotonic is located in the evidence room, prompting them to head there while navigating through the main hall. As they make their way, Officer Ruiz, now the sole surviving officer, intercepts them. While they attempt to explain their plan, the alien attacks him. Although he tries to fend it off with a pencil, he ultimately succumbs. Just as the alien is about to leap toward them, Dave intervenes with a bat, instructing them to proceed to the evidence room while he distracts the creature. Unfortunately, it does not take long for the alien to possess another officer and kill Dave. The alien then takes control of Sara's mother and incapacitates Haley before she can complete the preparation of the uterotonic. As the alien approaches, Sara goes into labor and gives birth to a second alien, which is larger than the first, before losing consciousness. Sara awakens in Skylar's house and immediately inquires about her mother. At the same time, a party is taking place at Kiana's residence, where Kiana texts Skylar but receives no response. Skylar, on the other hand, is in a state of panic after hearing about the events at the police station. Sara attempts to calmly explain the situation to him, but Haley, who suspects Skylar's involvement, confronts him angrily. This confrontation leads to a temporary conflict between Sara and Haley. While searching for answers, Sara discovers Skylar's laptop, which contains records of his activities. After reconciling with Haley, they decide to visit Haley's brother, who works for a security company, to assist them in accessing Skylar's locked laptop, located on the other side of town. Meanwhile, the second alien, now possessing Sara's mother, targets a store adjacent to a gas station, launching an attack that results in numerous fatalities and bloodshed. The aliens utilize the store to construct a breeding nest. A lone survivor from the attack contacts the police station, where Officer Ruiz, who has lost an eye but is still alive, answers the call. Back at Haley's brother's location, Sara and Haley successfully break into Skylar's computer with his assistance. They uncover a video documenting Skylar's activities in Mexico, revealing that he broke an ancient Mayan doll that released a gas he inhaled, making him a carrier of the alien seed, explaining his persistent arousal. The second alien is identified as a female that is not yet matured and is taken to the breeding ground by the first alien. They realize that the first alien intends to use more humans for mating purposes and has gone to Kiana's party. Consequently, they devise a plan to confront the first alien at the party and eliminate it while destroying the alien nest. Upon arriving at the party, Sara and Haley attempt to warn the attendees about their experiences, but their warnings are dismissed as jokes. They break into a room to find Kiana and Skylar in a compromising situation, separating them and incapacitating Skylar before he can finish. Meanwhile, the first alien arrives at the party and possesses one of the students, launching an attack on everyone present. During the chaos, it knocks out Haley and nearly strangles Sara while controlling Skylar. However, Haley regains consciousness and uses a taser on Skylar, causing the alien to leap into a fruit grinder. Sara quickly closes the lid and activates the machine, effectively destroying it. With the first alien neutralized, their focus shifts to eliminating the store where Sara's mother is being held by the female alien. Sara decides to confront the female alien alone. Upon entering the store, she finds her mother adhered to the wall in an alien substance. After rescuing her mother, Sara faces off against the now matured female alien that has become pregnant. Although initially overpowered by the alien, Sara decides to fight back instead of using a lighter to ignite an explosion. She throws a uterotonic drug she finds into the alien, resulting in its pregnant body exploding. In the end, Sara is rescued by Haley, who has managed to break free from captivity. The film concludes with an ambulance arriving at the scene to assist those injured while Sara and Haley share an emotional embrace. In a post-credits scene, Skylar is seen bound and taken away by government agents to an undisclosed location. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to my channel for future updates.